Hello, welcome to another episode of Aerospace Rocketry. Listen, I wanted to get you guys caught up on a couple of projects I'm doing at the same time. The first one I'm going to introduce you to is, if you can see my symbol on my hat, is Starship. We are going to build a 1/64th scale of Elon Musk's Starship with the super booster and the Starship on top. We're going to make it a two-stage rocket. And this is what we have so far. So I'm going to start at the bottom down here and talk to you about a little bit what we're doing. Again, we don't do vectoring for stability, so I'm using clear fins. There's a 75 millimeter motor mount in the center, and I have my simulated nozzles using bells like I did on the Falcon 9 to simulate the 24 motors that are actually in the rocket. This is just simulated fuel lines that are on the Starship booster. And you come up here and we have a RC3 altimeter and an RC2 for backup. The RC3 has an auxiliary output that we need, which will fire a small charge in here to help separate the Starship from the main booster here. So we have a backup, we got our RC3 and our RC2 for a backup. So that's what these switches are. We have all the electronics and we have the electronic sled and everything built already. Now, if you notice, this is a kind of a cool looking stainless steel color. This is not paint. I used a car wrap. You put this on cars and it gives you that metallic look. So that's what I used for the Starship. So we wrapped these tubes in that. It came out really nice. Got a great finish to it. You can see I have separation points to help pack it in the car, get it to where it's going. I added some detail here. These are just pieces of wood that I cut and glued on just to give it that look of reality. And here's something really cool. When we do get separation at parachute ejection, we got our grid fins that pop out. So this was printed Boyce Rocketry. Alex has been great in helping me with some of the details on some of these rockets. These are pretty stable, but hopefully we have a big enough chute that if it does land on one of these, it doesn't break. These are just for show. Now, in the real Starship, these things are out all the time. And I was wondering why, and I did find out that on a real Starship, there's more weight involved with having a mechanism to make these things go in and out than the drag that these things cause on liftoff. So these things are always out on the actual Starship. But for mine, we are doing it on ejection charge, and we're going to keep them folded down like this. And I got them just like that. So this is the lower half of the Starship. This is almost completed. We've got a bulkhead we're still going to put in here. And then work on the Starship has started already. I'm going to show you that in a vehicle assembly building or vehicle assembly basement. Okay, we're in the vehicle assembly basement. You can see up here we have my famous AMRAAM full scale. We got the Falcon 9 right here. And if you look across the way, there is an old Sidewinder that I built in 1996 for my level 2. Those of you who follow the channel have heard that story already. So we'll keep moving. But this will be Starship. Again, Boyce 3D printing. Excellent. I'm going to put a coupler in this. This will have fins already cut that match Starship. Now, the actual Starship, again, has 2 fins. But for stability reasons, we're making sure we're using 4. So there'll be 4 of these fins on the Starship for stability. Probably going to need quite a bit of nose weight because this has got a lot of things going against it when it comes to stability. 1, it's short. 2, it's fat. 3, the fins aren't that big. So we're going to need a little bit of nose weight to get this balanced out. This will also have an RRC3 and an RRC2 for backup. The RRC3 with the auxiliary output on this section of the two-stage rocket will be to ignite the motor in this rocket here. We're going to use just a 54mm mount, which should be more than enough power at speed to continue this up on its journey. Not sure yet what we're going to put in here. I'm assuming it will be like a K motor for the second stage. Depending on all the simulations and what we're going to figure out, that's what's going to happen. So there's our motor mount. It's 54mm. That'll be going in here. When this is all done, it will plug in on the first stage that I just showed you. So we're hoping to have Starship ready for flight in April down in Maryland, Delaware Rocketry Association. And we hope to have it ready for red glare. Now, so there's Starship. Project number 2. And by the way, Starship, I'm building that with my son-in-law. He is taking an interest in doing rockets with me, so really appreciative. So we're taking our time. He doesn't have a lot of time because 2 of my grandchildren are with him, so it's tough for him to get some time, but we're doing very good on the progress side. Next, I am building a full-scale Sidewinder. So we have the lower portion already. This is a 5.5, which will make it a 1 to 1.1 scale AMRAAM. Sidewinder. Sidewinder is 5 inches. This is 5.5. So I've already cut the fins. Now what I'm waiting on is some parts again from Boyce, and we're going to make a very realistic heat-seeking nose cone for this thing. We got clear domes. We're going to have mirrors. We're going to make it look like there's electronics on board. We're going to make it really nice. On top of that, we're actually going to put roller-ons on this thing. Not necessarily functional like they normally are on a Sidewinder, but they will spin and they will be at the tail of each one of the rear fins. So I'm looking really forward to doing great detail on this rocket. This is the upper canards, and these will mount, of course, on the upper tube, and it will look something like that. And there's 4 of those. Now, again, the stability issues, and this is the one thing as a Rocketeer I worry about more than anything, is making sure the rocket goes straight, right? Both the AMRAAM and the Sidewinder is designed to fly this way, horizontal. So you do have to do quite a bit of nose weight to offset the upper canard fins. Now on the AMRAAM here, up here, I don't think you can see it, but the canards moved our center of pressure quite a ways back. So I have 13 pounds of nose weight in this AMRAAM to get it stable. And believe me, this baby flew twice so far, straight as an arrow. I loved it. It was beautiful. This is why I got my level 3 certification on in January. So very happy about that. So 2 projects. We got Elon Musk's Starship, and we got a full-scale Sidewinder we're working on, and it's going to be super realistic, a lot of detail. I really am taking the time now to detail these and make them more realistic as possible. So, and these are also fiberglass coated, make them nice and strong so we won't have any warble. So that's what we got going so far. I'm glad you're here. By the way, we have over 680 subscribers. Certainly not the 1,000 or 10,000 or 100,000 I'd like to see, but please subscribe. I really appreciate it. We're building the channel. It's working out very well. And you'll see a lot more shorts and other things, but I wanted to get you caught up on a little bit longer video on what's been going on down here in the VAB Vehicle Assembly Basement. Good to see everybody again. Have a great day.